Continue. Now we're doing it. This is our most recent. Yes. So we're back at the mansion. We just finished up a day, and I think we just have to talk to our creepy doll friend and say we're ready to go to bed. So talk. Is that right? Are you retiring to bed? Yes. Rest. I don't think I have anything else to do. Good night. There might be something we can do during this, like, downtime. I'm not sure. You can't really explore the house. You just exit and go to the forest or wherever you want to go. So I'm assuming we just want to go to sleep. There we go. Chapter 3 end. Starting chapter 4. There's 6 chapters total. So we're probably roughly around the halfway point. Maybe a little bit past that. Depending on how long each chapter is. It's been 3 days since Hanayome. All of the other mark bearers left the mansion. I'm the only one here now. Yeah, I don't know. And depending on what you look at, Tajay, you see conflicting reports of that. So my wife, unless it actually says gluten-free, she just doesn't touch it. But I have heard that, yeah, the fermenting process distills all the gluten out of it. It's fine, even though there was gluten to begin with. I wonder when I'll be free of this mark. When can I leave this place? They still haven't cleaned the floor? Come on. That was a long time ago. I'm really digging this game, Arbo. I love horror games in general, so anything that has some horror stuff is right up my alley. But this really reminds me of those really creepy, like, Japanese and, like, Korean horror flicks from, like, the early 2000s, like The Ring and The Grudge. Those were so great, so I'm definitely digging it. Sigh. There's not even a scrap of meaningful information around. I looked around Saya Kujou's bedroom to try to find something Mary mentioned. Wait, what did Mary mention? I don't remember. It's impolite to rummage through a woman's things, but I don't have the luxury to not do it. So we're trying to find some clue as to what spirit might have marked us. Because once we can exercise that spirit, then we're good to go. I searched every inch of the room, even under the carpet, but I came up empty. There's that big mess still there. Seeing the dry blood on the floor reminds me of that horrifying sight I saw. There it is. I can't believe you haven't gotten some resolve or something. Get that out. Can you even clean that? At that point, you might just have to get rid of the rug. I don't want to die like that. That sole reason has been my driving force in my struggle to survive since that day. Now, I don't think we would die like that, because how she was like full of plants and stuff, that was like the first spirit we took care of. Each spirit kind of has a unique way of killing their victims. Who knows which spirit, cursed us, how they would kill us. Yes, Arvo, those movies were really scary at the time. I don't know, when I saw scary movies when I was a child that creeped me out, but as an adult, I think The Ring was the first one I saw that's like, okay, that's something I need to show everybody because it's so creepy and I just have to get their reactions. So, Fra, she mentioned something she found in a case file. Oh, that does sound kind of familiar. Okay, we'll probably rummage through that. Yeah, because there was like some files in the garage when we first got back home, if I remember right. Home, the mansion. Okay. That sole reason has been my driving force in my struggle to survive since that day. But how long can I keep this up? That thought fills me with such dread that it feels like my legs could give out. It's interesting, whenever we help out somebody else's spirit, it buys us a little bit more time. Funny how that works. Cool. Well, that's good. That's good, Tajay. That's good to hear. That opens up the doors wide open for many, many alcoholic drinks. After searching everywhere I leave the bedroom. The deserted entrance hall feels colder than usual. Somebody left the window open. Thinking on it, it's already been over a week since I first came here. I've gotten completely used to this strange mansion. It's not really something I want to admit. Maybe it does feel like home. How do you do, Lord Cadia? Remember, that's how you guys have to address me now. Lord Cadia. Why does this game remind you of Pac-Man? Ellaby, what about it gives you Pac-Man vibes? I think we played different Pac-Man games. Although Pac-Man 2 was kind of like a adventure game. Is that the one you're talking about? Mary gives me her usual greeting in her monotone voice. She's still a complete mystery. Though I can't say I'm not grateful to have someone to talk to now that everyone's gone. Without her, we'd be dead, right? That's good, though. I mean, it makes it... You feel less guilty, right, Tajay? You got multiple uses for it. One of them's just eating. That's great. Did you locate the master key? I don't think so. Did we? No, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't remember picking that up. I see. I was sure that it would be there. I've searched every accessible inch of the mansion and found no info of value. That's how I feel in every adventure game. It's like, I've looked everywhere. No, there's like one little pixel I forgot to click on. All that's left is the locked room. I'm trying to find the Kujou mansion master key so I can open it. Mary said she thought it might be in Saya Kujou's bedroom, but it clearly was a bust. It is obvious I should have spoken with Lady Saya more before she died. I deeply apologize. Her voice carries a hint of sadness. She almost seems human when she does that. Oh, why is this creepy view pop up? I don't like it. What is going on here? Oh no! I'm seeing some buffering on my end too. It looks like it's picking back up though. I'll have to watch it. Yeah, it looks like just right now it dropped. It's not unusable, but it's not going as fast as it should. So let's give it a minute and see how it goes. Yeah, I think it's on my end. Can you guys see me or hear me at all? Or are you guys not getting anything at all? My internet looks like it's going haywire. I wonder if I can show this. Let me see if I can get this working. Yeah, can you guys hear me right now? Can you hear me now? I'm going to see if I can show you what it looks like on my end. There we go. So you can see that number right there. That's what my upload is. And that's supposed to be 6,000. It usually settles around 6,000 and then it's good to go. If it can hover around 6,000, that's pretty much how I like to stream. That's a good bit rate for 1080p. But you can see right now it's jumping all over the place. It's not too far away sometimes. Like it's gotten up to 4,000 or 5,000. But usually when I have internet problems, it's like, I don't know, less than 100, less than 500, and that's really bad. So we'll give it a minute and see if it fixes itself. Because it seemed like you guys were complaining about having issues before, and it seemed to come back to life. You can't really see the color, but that's red on my screen. Let's see. Yeah, I'm trying to look at... I'm going to reload the stream on my tablet so I can see how it looks there. Still hasn't recovered. It's still jumping around. Yeah, it looks like mine's buffering too. Not seeing anything yet. I always wonder when it buffers like this, do you guys hear me at all? Or is it pretty much dead? Let me swap over here. Not there. This one. There we go. Alright, can you guys hear me at all? Can you guys see anything yet? So Jumi says it's very light buffering, just comes for 5 seconds and then back to normal. No lowering quality. Yeah, it's... I tried to show... I'm just going to type what I'm saying. Try to show it on screen. My upload speed is jumping between 500 to 5,000 constantly. It needs to be at 6K consistent. Going to try a speed test. Let's just verify if it's a Twitch thing or my internet thing, because it is totally possible that it's not my internet It could be Twitch itself having problems. I'm just going to run a quick speed test and see how that looks. Right now, the download's looking really good, which it usually does. It's at like 650 megabits a second. You know, the upload doesn't look too bad. The upload got 19.6. It's half of what it usually is, but I don't know. I feel like the stream is like way before me. Can you guys hear me now? Okay. When I say Happy St. Patrick's Day, say St. Patrick's Day in the chat. So I know you guys are seeing what's actually live right now. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Nate, how's it going, Nate? I don't know if you guys can hear me. It seems like my stream is buffering and having all kinds of problems. 20-second delay buffers. Yeah, because when I look at my tablet that's streaming, it's like minutes behind. It's like way behind the stream. Okay, so let me do the test one more time. If it's still uploading enough, I think I'm going to actually stop. Oh, now it shows green again. I was going to say I might just have to stop the stream and restart it just to see how it's going. I think it's good now. I think it's good. I'm actually going to close my... Oh yeah, now it seems to be working. I'm getting more consistent upload speeds. I'm going to refresh my stream that I watch on my tablet and see if it looks like it's live. Try to restart your stream now. I'll type in here. Try to reload the stream. Jumi, that was like 2 minutes behind. Okay. I think if you reload the stream now, you should be good. I think it's fixed itself. It looks like it's a consistent bit rate. If I show you this, guys, again, I don't know if you saw it before, but over here, see, now it's staying above 6,000 or right around 6,000, which is what it needs to be working correctly. So I think my internet recovered. I don't know. I think we're good. So what I'm going to do is pretend like we haven't even played anything yet, jump back into the game and do another go live, because we haven't hardly done anything yet anyway. Okay. Get this back on the screen. And Nate, how are you doing, dude? It's a little choppy, but workable for you. Yeah, my internet took a very short crap. It was working fine when we started, and then it had about 3 minutes of, I don't know what I'm doing. And now I think it's back. So yeah, if you have not yet done it, you may want to close out of the stream and reopen it. That should fix and get you back up to being live. It was weird when it was buffering. My tablet stream was like 2 minutes behind or something. It was waiting for some kind of connection. And then when it continued, it was like super far behind. And Tajay, nothing like seeing stuff on stream a full minute or better after John types about it. When I saw Jumi say Happy St. Patty's, I'm like, oh yeah, I said that like 2 minutes ago, didn't I? It's so far back. Okay, I think we're good now. So we just started talking to our creepy doll friend, and she is trying to help us find a clue somewhere in this house. We have to find the master key so we can get into the only locked door in this mansion, hopefully to get a clue as to which spirit has cursed us and get rid of the mark. So, all right, let's get this started again with less connection issues, hopefully. So, looking more closely at her, I'm struck all over again by how strange she is. I haven't really thought about it lately since I've been struggling to survive, but how did she come into existence? We never question that. Which is like talking doll? Yeah, okay. We're cursed. It makes sense. Hey, Mary. Were you made by Saya Kujou? No, I have served the Kujou family since before Lady Saya was born. I was already here at the mansion when I opened my eyes for the first time. They say tools used for many years can come to house deities or souls. I may be something similar. So you're like a Kujou guardian deity? That is an exaggeration. Though I would be very pleased if I could achieve such a status. By the way, Nate, happy St. Patrick's Day, dude. Good to see you, man. Lady Saya's fate was most unfortunate. Yeah, she looked terrible. We haven't cleaned up the bloodstains yet. I will do my utmost to respect her wish to save all who bear the mark. Everybody has. Is that much of a celebration in Canada, Nate? I wasn't sure. But like here, the only people that really celebrate St. Paddy's Day is people going to the bars for the most part. Maybe they'll watch an Irish movie at home. Maybe they'll have corned beef and cabbage, but that's about all that most of us do. But that's me not being Irish and not knowing anyone that's directly Irish. Her clear green eyes stare at me. Today is St. Patrick's Day. Yes, everybody has the same reaction. I love it. So you did when you were a kid, but not so much anymore. Yeah, when I was like just turning drinking age, St. Paddy's Day was a super fun holiday. Not so much anymore. Lord Cadia, thanks to you, many mark bearers have been saved. You're welcome. I am sure that Lady Saya would be extremely grateful to you. I very much feel the same way. Her voice is emotionless, but it sounds just a bit softer than usual. Oh my gosh, Hasifa! Hasifa! 20 months subscribed to the channel. How's it going, Hasifa? It is good to see you, dude. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Let me drop some tokens in there for you. And Phantasma, how you doing? You've clearly never been to PA. PA has the highest population of Scottish Irish folks here, and it's huge. I have not, Phantasma. I have never been there. That's awesome, though. That's cool to see. And thank you again so much, Hasifa. And your calendar doesn't even have it on it? Really? I always thought St. Patrick's Day was big enough for a calendar thing, but not like the kind of holiday people get off. Like if you are in school or at work, usually you don't get that holiday off for the most part. And Jumi, your friend went to the bar today to celebrate another friend's nuptials. Totally didn't realize it was St. Paddy's and left early. Oh, the bars are crazy on these days. I used to really like that. I would go to an Irish bar on St. Patrick's Day. Not anymore. Not my scene. And they dye the river in Pittsburgh. Whoa. Okay, that's hardcore. That is really hardcore, Phantasma. How you doing? Good to see you. Okay, her face can't show it, but it feels like she's trying to express her gratitude. So, like, how does she talk? Does just like a voice emanate from her? She's obviously not moving her lips, right? Oh, you have to go, Ellaby. Thank you for joining us. You have a good one. Now, Lord Cadia. It seems a new mark bearer has made their way to the mansion. Of course they have. Of course they have. Oh, you guys missed one. Let me drop one more. I hope you can find some clue as to the spirit that gave you your mark. Jeez. Before she can even finish her sentence, there's a knock at the front door. Oh, you're going to be lurking, Phantasma? I'm sorry to hear you're not feeling very well. Hope you get well soon. A girl bounces in wearing a fancy outfit. Is she like a cosplayer or something? What is this? I blink dumbfoundedly at her appearance. Duh. Nice to meet you. Good morning. It's the middle of the night. Oh, right. Sorry. I'm used to saying it as a greeting. So, Dr. Kujou lives here, right? Madame Yasuoka told me to come. Is Dr. Saya around? Madame Yasuoka. Yep, no clue who that is. Sorry, but Saya Kujou isn't here. I'm John Cadia. I guess you can say I'm representing her right now. In a weird way, yeah. And Jumi, you hate bar crawls? Did I just pay $15 for a watered out drink? Yes, I did. You know, the worst one that I've ever seen, Jumi, was in Vegas. I went to a club one time. And I remember me and my brother-in-law, we went and just got a couple rum and cokes, nothing fancy. Really tiny drinks, you know, little cocktails. $55 for 2 drinks. As soon as we did that, we said never again. Never again. It was like $22 for like probably half a shot of alcohol. It was so stupid. So are you here about the scar? I can help. We're like the Ghostbusters now. Yeah, that's it, exactly. It's actually called the mark, right? If you get it, your memories, I think it's supposed to be memories, become a mess and you die soon after. That's what Madame Yosuoka said. Well, color me surprised. I didn't think anyone besides Saya Kujou knew about the mark. That's not true. Some of the other people that just came in before knew about it as well. They had like done research and newspapers and stuff. Yeah, it was ridiculous, Jimmy. And of course, on St. Patrick's Day, they have special drinks, meaning you pay more money for less, of course. But this girl, she knows what'll happen to her, but for some reason, she doesn't look depressed at all. She seems really excited. Yeah, right? Elegant. Imagine if your memoirs became a mess and then you died. No, my life's work. Aren't you scared? Yeah, I'm terrified. Okay, now she's looking a little terrified. But being a scaredy cat's embarrassing. I want to hurry and fix this whole Mark thing for my fans, too. Oh, she's some kind of like, I don't know, pop star or something, maybe? I'm a pro, and forgetting the lyrics up on stage is a definite no-go. Okay, like a singer. I think I know what line of work she's in. She's... Okay, well, being Japan, you don't just think of like an artist or a singer or songwriter. You're going to say an idol, because that's going to be more likely, right? Model wouldn't make sense. Comedian might make sense, but not by the looks of her necessarily. I'm going to go with idol. Yeah, I agree, Frost. Are you an idol or something? Yeah, that's right. Oh, I haven't introduced myself yet. Oh no. Such as Kashiwagi. I sing, dance, and perform as a member of Love and Hero. Is that like a real thing? I don't know, probably not. Oh, so that's your stage costume. Yeah, cool, right? I headed here straight after filming finished. If I'd gone to my dressing room, my manager would have found me. The taxi driver stared at my outfit the whole way here. Yeah, I'm sure that's all he was looking at. Giggling, she removes her jacket and bares her shoulder. A familiar mark glares bright from her skin. I'm stuck wearing sleeves right now because of this thing. And it's going to be summer soon. Oh no. Don't worry about the death and loss of memories. Who wants to wear a jacket in the summer? You won't last that long. It seems as though this person is indeed a mark bearer. What? Who's there? Okay, that's confusing. Eyes bug out comically wide when she hears a female voice out of nowhere. She may know about the mark, but it doesn't look like she knows about Mary. Yeah, right, Frost? That was perfect timing. Mary updates I about everything so far. Am I saying that right? You know, we played that Super Monkey Ball months ago, and when we played that game, one of the characters that you can play as, I think, has the same name as this girl, but it's like I, like AI-AI. That's how I've always pronounced it. That is, okay, perfect, yes. She starts with Saya Kujou's tragic death and recounts our encounters with the spirits. I seem surprised to hear Kujou is dead, but she does admirably well in her attempt to swallow the string of unusual events. You remember that Monkey Ball character, Frost? I actually just played that the other day. Now, Lady I, do you have any idea as to where you received your mark? Probably. When we were filmed at the mystery spots. I don't think I had the scar until we finished up filming. I feel like I should ask her for more details about this mystery spot tour. It's kind of funny. I'm getting a lot of familiar vibes from playing Ace Attorney in this game. Like, each chapter kind of has a structure where you start in the mansion, you talk to the doll, somebody new comes, you grill them for information, you talk to the doll to get more information about this new ghost, then you go to the new place. Like, there's kind of a neat structure to each chapter. Okay, so what kind of show was it? A summer ghost story special. During the shoot, our guest star, Madame Yosoka, and I got this weirdly shaped scar. Oh, so she has it too. The minute she saw it, Madame Yosoka told me it was a mark. So I wasn't the only one to get one. This Yosoka also got the mark. Is this person not coming here then? Oh, I guess I forgot to say. Madame Yoshioka is on her way too. She'll just be a little late. She's stopping by her shop in Giza before heading over. What should I ask next? Where'd you go? We ran around to 3 mystery spots that are rumored to be haunted. Yeah, that's gonna get you cursed. One was an old tunnel in O City. Another was a railroad crossing in T City where a lot of accidents happened. The last was a back street in H City. So there's 3 places we have to look. Sure enough, H City was one of those places. What should I ask next? Oh yeah, because we were in H Forest, weren't we? And now she got cursed in H City. When did you notice it? Oh, whoops, there we go. We were rushing everywhere because we were pressed for time that day. It just was suddenly there. Well, that doesn't help much. It's like a bug bite or something. And you don't feel it. It just happens. I think that's all I'm going to get from her. You mentioned a street in H City, but where exactly was it? Oh, just a sec. I digs her cell phone out of her bag and flips it open. I'm pretty sure it was an email my manager sent me. Oh, there it is. It was K. Mayamachi North Road. It was a pretty weird place. A ton of manholes were all over. Manholes? That's weird looking. K. Miyamachi North Road. The file in the garage said a woman holding a Buddha statue was seen there. Buddha, like all those beheaded statues we found in the forest near that shrine. Is it just a coincidence, or... Hey, you're kind of frowning. Is something wrong? Yeah, I'm cursed. Is it okay if I frown? Oh, no, it's just... It seems we have determined where you must go tonight. Please head directly to K. Miyamachi North Road, Lord Cadia. There may be a spirit trace there. That's not the only thing I might find. There may be a clue about who stole the Buddha statues from the H Shrine too. Yes, I remember. Okay, good. Are we going to take the doll with us? Because that was actually really helpful last time. And of course I'll come with. Our group has a song that goes like this. I'm not one to sit around and wait. I'll blast those evil traps standing in my way with all my might. Okay. Sounds like Love and Hero specializes in the motivational type of song. Anyway, she seems willing enough, so I'll let her help. Okay, so we might need to talk again before leaving. Then we'll save before we go. It seems Lady Ai got her mark on that K. Miyamachi North Road. I do not know what spirit cursed her, but there may be traces of it there. Would you try investigating? Got nothing better to do. By the way, Mary, do you know anyone named Yasuoka? She was supposedly in contact with Saya Kujou. No, I do not know that name. I do not have full knowledge of Lady Saya's circle of friends. But if it had to do with the mark, shouldn't she have brought it up with you? I am sure that Lady Saya had a good reason not to mention it. It is impossible to know now. Okay, let's go ahead and save right before we get out of here. We already got her as a partner, so let's exit. North Road. And I'm using that special mug again. You can see the light on right there. Keeps my drink warm. I love it. Although my mug is basically empty, so I gotta turn it off right now. You just hold it for like a second, and it's off. The road runs through a quiet residential area. It's far removed from the major crossroads, so it's totally deserted at this time of night. We look a little suspicious wandering around, but no one's going to report us. Ah, yep, this is the place. We were looking for a ghost here. It wouldn't happen to be a woman wearing white, carrying a statue, would it? Actually, yeah, that was the rumor. I don't really remember the statue bit. So, did you find the ghost? No, we didn't. But Madame Yoshioka said she felt bad presence throughout the entire shoot. You keep mentioning Yasoka. What kind of person is she? Oh, sorry. I forgot to explain. Dang, Shi, you are really close to 4,000 tokens. Which means there's probably 6 people in front of you, because you're ranked 7th, that all have enough to request a game. So she is a famous fortune teller. Her predictions often come true. They say she's got true spiritual powers. You might even be able to get to there before the end of this game. I'm not sure, Sheely. This fortune teller knew about the mark. Maybe she was working with Saya Kujou. Oh yeah, I better email her. I gotta let her know about you and what happened to Dr. Saya. I pushes some buttons on her phone. Cell phones are getting pretty common now. And you're already up there again, Phantasma. Seems like just yesterday you were requesting a game. Cell phones are getting pretty common now. In 10 years, everyone will probably own one, old and young alike. I forget when this game takes place. Technology evolved so fast, it's amazing. Now, basically everybody has a cell phone, even little kids. Sorry that took so long. Alright, we should get right down to investigating, Mr. Kadia. If there's anything I can do to help, just let me know. Okay, so let's look around. Let's see what we see. Oh, something on the vending machine. An old vending machine. It doesn't look like it's been restocked in a while, as it's mostly empty. Probably mostly gone bad, too. Okay, we can look at a manhole here. One of the many manholes. A normal manhole cover. Looks like we need special tools to open it. What do we have in our bag? Huh? This one's got a different design. It's true. It's the only one of an older make. It's covered in rust. Huh. It looks like you can get a hand in. Can you lift it? I highly doubt it. I'm sure you need some special tools to open up a manhole. Well, why not just try it? Determination and strength will get you farther than you expect. Sounds like one of her songs. Yeah, is that from another one of your songs? Come on, Mr. Kadia. You take that side. Okay, okay. I like her positive energy. She's moving this thing forward. 1, 2, 3. Sounds like they did it. The lid lifts, and a putrid smell wafts out. Ooh, dear God. Yeah, that's Lord Kadia to you. I love that, Frost. I can't believe we actually got it open. The black void stretches deep underground. A rusted metal ladder is set to the side of the hole. Does this connect to the sewers? Actually, it doesn't smell like it does. Weird. In the rumors about the white-robed woman, the woman mysteriously vanishes. Could it be that she hid herself down here? Why don't we try going down for a look? What? Are you serious? You're the one that wanted to open the manhole cover. What were you expecting? But I'm in my stage outfit. So you're going to wait up here? No, I'm coming. But don't you dare look up while you're climbing down. How about you go first? I go down first, and I quickly follows. The rusted ladder creaks when we put weight on it. That doesn't make me nervous at all. Oh, have you guys seen any reviews for that new game, Tunic? It looks really good, and I guess it's also on Game Pass. So if I wanted to try it, I don't even have to buy it. That's awesome. I love that. It looks really cool, like a kind of a isometric Zelda type of game, though. Really cute looking. We make our way out carefully, and it takes us a while to reach the bottom. I feel like this must go further down than a normal sewer. It's like a secret entrance. You and several friends tried it, but it wasn't for us. Oh, what didn't you like about it? Just so I can get kind of an idea of what you thought. Maybe for a secret society's hideout? Ai's voice bounces off the walls above me. She's probably joking around to stop herself from freaking out. Not a bad strategy. My feet finally reach solid ground. A concrete passageway stretches before us. Hey, at least we're not in the middle of sewers. I doubt it's been ventilated in a long time. The musty air is stagnant and heavy, making it slightly difficult to breathe. Definitely doesn't look like a sewer. At least my outfit won't get dirty, but where are we anyway? Should I know? We'll just have to look around. So what's really weird, and this breaks the laws of physics, is there was like manhole covers all around the ground there, around this manhole cover we just climbed down. So either this went like way further down than the other ones, or those other ones didn't go anywhere because I don't see other holes in the ceiling here. Maybe this is just a much deeper area. Okay, so we can go back up the ladder, but I don't want to do that. I think now we're ready to explore. Let's go forward. There we go. Oh, we got a map. Okay. Oh, there's a box here. There's a large iron box. Judging from its corrosion, it must have been made a long time ago. Let's open it up. I slip my hands underneath the lid and pull with all my might. It pops open with an unexpectedly loud noise. There are a few tools inside, along with what looks like a notebook. We got the hammer, the hatchet, and red notebook. Oh, we're getting a bunch of items. I think you start off every chapter with like no items, which is pretty cool actually. Wow, it was full of stuff. What does the notebook say? I flip through the notebook with eye. The lettering is very fine. It's impossible to read in such a dark place. But what concerns me even more is... what's that smell? I did it. Not I, but I. A bizarre stench invades my nose, like a mix between tallow, perfume, and blood. That's a weird combo. It doesn't take long for me to figure out that it's coming from the notebook. I can't believe you're holding it. Could you maybe put it away? I think I might puke. I put the notebook in my bag for now. The smell might permeate with the other items, but some sacrifices are necessary. Right. Oh, there's a light here. It's emitting a strange red light. That's kind of weird. Oh, the combat's pretty tough in that one. Some clear Souls inspiration, but felt a bit limited with one intended solution for most combat situations. And it wasn't great at pointing out the required paths either, and no real story to speak of. I did hear something about like the story is much more kind of like a Souls game where it's not really story exposition, it's more just lore. That like if you dig, you can kind of see some environmental storytelling, and that's about it. So yeah, that doesn't give you a lot of, like the story won't drive you forward. You just kind of discover bits and pieces of information as you play along, I suppose. Whoa. Eek! I suddenly shrieks pitifully and stops in her tracks. What just happened? Mr. Cadia, what is that? She shakily points and I shine the light that way. I don't see anything. Oh, there's like scratches on the wall. Something dark and long is clinging to the wall. Is that human hair? But what is it doing here? Oh, it's like everywhere. The scratches only show up when I highlight my light on it. That's really interesting. It does have some neat stuff for us, like how it does tutorials, but otherwise it felt like it would get repetitive fast and wasn't evolving anywhere interesting. But yeah, that's probably the greatest thing about Game Pass is it's awesome to try out a game, see if you like it, and you still might buy it if you really enjoy it, you know? Because it's not a Microsoft game, so who knows how long it's actually going to be on Game Pass. You tried a demo during that, like, Steam event, right? I don't see anything here. Nothing to, like, highlight. I guess let's keep moving forward. Scared for this hair monster to get me. The walls, something here. The wall has been discolored by water stains and dust. Going by the fading, it's got to be old. Oh, that's good. That's a good sized demo. Some demos are like 10 minutes. And I'm just, whenever I see those, I'm like, that was nothing. That doesn't even give me a good feeling of the game. It's an old-fashioned, though well-built iron door. The paint is chipping in places, so it must be pretty old. Whoa, that door looks ancient. I had no idea there was a place like this underground. Oh, could this be some kind of lab? How can she say stuff like that with a straight face? Sure, her innocence is cute, but I get the feeling she's not particularly bright. I'm sorry, did I say something bad? No, it's not that. It's just that we think you're stupid. I give up on I and reach for the doorknob. It's locked. Of course it is. Let's go. I don't want to stay here long, so I never get to finish what I'm saying. Why? Oh, crap. Oh, it's just a crazy homeless person. Why do you sneak up on us like that? An old man jumps out from the iron door, yelling strangely. Hey, where are you folks from? What are you doing on my turf, huh? He's smirking, but his tone is serious. Just then, I smell an odd stench. Same one as the notebook, perhaps? It seems this old man is a homeless guy who's living down here. Nothing really. That's right. We haven't done anything. We? Who's we? I know she's trying to back me up, but she definitely doesn't sound convincing. Oh, that's just her talking. Alright, this underground shelter isn't a place for irresponsible layabouts like yourself. Okay, this is the guy talking now. I wish it would give me a name or something. Understand? So leave my turf alone and get out of here. Alright, that was the end of that conversation. He disappears behind the iron door, and it sounds like he's carefully locked it up again. Man, that surprised me. I wasn't expecting a person to come out. Oh, do you think that guy was homeless? Yeah. Maybe not something you ponder out loud, though. Could it be she's never seen one before? A homeless person? Really? And she's like a star going to like big cities and shows? How could you not? Still, that old man, why'd he just pop out to warn us? If the door was locked, then he shouldn't have to worry about being disturbed. But if I don't know why, then I should probably just do as he says. Let's see, it has fairly positive reviews for people that bought it on Steam, and it's more mixed on Game Pass. Though a few... Oh, that's true. Yeah. User reviews are kind of tricky. Sometimes there's something not related to the game, but something outside of the game that affects everybody review bombing it. You never know. I'm curious how is it doing on Metacritic? Oftentimes, once a lot of reviews come in, that's like a pretty good general consensus. Let's go. He might come yell at us again. Yeah. We've seen just about everything we can. It seems to be an underground shelter, but with solid concrete walls, it's not quite like your standard shelter. Well, we didn't find anything on spirits or that woman in a white robe. At least the notebook shows some promise. Too bad we couldn't get more out of that old guy. What's behind that door anyway? Good question. Oh, that's actually really good. That's really good on Metacritic. Nice. Yeah, at the very least, if you have Game Pass, it's probably worth a shot. But that's good that there's a demo on Steam, so you can really try it out anywhere and see if it's for you. From the moment we entered the shelter, it's been hard to breathe, like there's a noose tightening around my neck. I thought it was because of the still air, but that might not be the only reason. Something in my head throbs. Oh no. Another game kind of like Tunic I was interested in playing was Death's Door. Might be one I stream. I'm not sure. It looks really cool. I like the idea of it. You're like a Grim Reaper, but you're a bird. This place, it holds some kind of horrible secret. I'm almost sure of it. Do I somehow know this underground shelter? Is our memory lapsing, making us forget that we actually know this place? Mr. Cadia, you're kind of spacing out. Are you okay? You look pale, too. I do look pale. Like in real life. I'm fine. It's nothing. Oh, dang, Frost. I wonder if that's a similar thing that what Elden Ring had. I haven't had any stuttering issues since the latest patch, but I definitely had a few when I first started that game. I wonder if it's kind of a similar, strange, bizarre behavior on PC. The air in here is pretty bad. No surprise you're feeling sick. Let's head back up for now. Get out of here. We've returned to the entrance and begin climbing the rickety ladder. Good, we got out safe. When we climb out of the manhole, the breeze that brushes my cheek is refreshing. The unpleasant air that hounded us underground starts to disperse. Ah, Miss I finally found you. Oh, is this the Yosoka, I think? I'm glad to see you are safe. Oh, Madam Yosoka. Good morning. Great to see you. But what are you doing here? I went to Miss Kujou's mansion, but no one answered the door. I then got your email, so I came here. That's right, the doll can't answer the door. Still, it is hard to believe that Miss Kujou has passed away. Wait, how does she know that? This seems to be the woman that Ai keeps mentioning. The thick layers of makeup make it hard, but going by her voice, she must be pretty old. I'm Tawako Yosoka. You must be Mr. Kadia. I read about you and your mark in Miss Ai's email. Oh, okay, that's right. She emailed. I was like, how did she know that she was gone? Forgot about the email. It seems you've been working hard to help those who have the mark. Yosoka, how much do you know about the mark? Good question. I'm sure I know less than what you are hoping I do. Miss Kujou told me about a scar like that and asked what I knew of it. Oh. That's unfortunate. I was hoping for more. I assume it's some sort of curse. Love her face right there when she's saying that. Though I never thought it would be the work of inhuman spirits. Or that I would become a victim. What are you playing now, Frost? Just out of curiosity, any games you're in the middle of? Yosoka rolls up her sleeve, revealing the mark on her arm. I've lived long enough already. I have no attachments to this world, so she's already feeling suicidal. But Miss Ai is still young. Do everything you can to save her. I can't promise anything, but I'll try. Oh, nice. You already finished that game? How long was it? I felt like you just got started on that game. And Baldur's Gate. I have not played those since they first came out. But man, I love Baldur's Gate 1, Baldur's Gate 2. I'll need your help as well. I heard you have spiritual powers. Mr. Kadia, don't sound so suspicious. I don't care about spirits or ghosts, but she's definitely the real deal. It is natural to be doubtful. It is best not to tangle with spirits if you want to live in peace. Oh wow, that's real short. That's a great, at least for me, that'd be a great game to stream. I like bite-sized games like that. Oh, and Lake, that one looked pretty cool too. That's the one where you're like delivering mail, right? Or on like a sleepy town or something. However, Mr. Kadia, you seem to have some spiritual powers of your own. Have you experienced something no one else has? We've been seeing some weird bunny. I don't know if anyone else has seen that. The mysterious voice I hear every so often suddenly comes to mind, that too. I mention it to her. Intriguing. Jeanne d'Arc was famous for hearing the voice of God, but usually it's only spirit whispers. It may be an evil spirit or ghost, or even the soul of someone who loves you trying to save you. If it's trying to help, I'd appreciate it if it could give me clearer hints. I can do nothing about that. Humans and souls live separately. Imagine a long-distance radio signal, static can garble the message. A soul protecting the one it loves. Ah, how romantic. Mr. Kadia, do you have any idea who that soul could be? There's no way I would know. I don't have any memories. You know what I wouldn't be surprised that this game might do? They might actually give us a spirit to somebody that we know who has passed away. Like one of the dead bodies we found. It could become a new spirit, I suppose. Wouldn't be the one that cursed us. Although, imagine if that Saya Kujou was one of these ghosts to take out. That would be a cool twist. Even if I did, it's not like there's a way that I'd be able to know. So, what's your plan now? We are going to head back to the mansion. We need to report to Mary, after all. This is also kind of part of the game's overall structure. It always seems like you question everybody at the mansion, you go out, you discover a little bit, go back to the mansion, ask more questions, go back out, and then that's usually the end of the chapter. Oh, and who might that be? A doll. One that talks even. I just heard someone shooting off fireworks in my neighborhood. It is St. Paddy's Day. Although, poor dogs. A talking doll. Not so strange when you consider it's the Kujou family we're discussing. She's not surprised at all. I guess it pays to specialize in the supernatural sometimes. Shall we head back to the mansion? I'm intrigued by this Mary. Good idea. I think we just go down from here. There we go. Piece of cake. As Yasoka climbs out of the car, her gaze turns nostalgic as she looks around. Did we give her a ride? Because what about her car? Did she drive to that place or what? It's been a long time. You know those footsteps? That always creeps me out. About 20 years now, back 2 generations of family heads. You've known them for a long time then. It hasn't been that long. I had a falling out with Marasume, the second last head, and cut ties with them. They didn't even invite me to Murasame's funeral. The last head, Masamune, and Saya were kids the last time I saw them. Aww. Imagine my surprise when Saya contacted me a month ago. Wait a second. First it was Murasame, then it was Masamune, and the current head of Sayakujo, and the current head is Sayakujo, right? There've been 3 heads in 20 years? That's right. Oh, so the person that died in our mansion, the first person we saw was head of this group. Yasuoka grimaces. The family is known for their short lives. Accidents or heart attacks, very few have lived full lives. Oh, that's sad. Gossip says the family is cursed. So, Sayakujo didn't escape that fate either. It's probably just a coincidence, but there's something about this mansion that tells me I shouldn't be so sure. Nothing's a coincidence. If it really is a curse, what's causing it? Could it be divine wrath? Like, that was that previous partner we had. That's all she could talk about was divine wrath. I think it was the reporter, Christy. Ah, Miss I. Just a coinky-dink, that's it. You've been staring this whole time. Something the matter? Well, there's something. Mr. Kadia? Does the Kujou family keep animals out of their yard? Out in their yard? My bad. No, I don't think so. Oh. Then that black rabbit is odd. Aha! Somebody else does see the rabbit. That rabbit's back again. But what is it doing here? It usually leads you to the next, like, major clue or whatever you have to do. Where did it go? I think it was headed for the building. It had something in its mouth. Oh, and it stole something, maybe? What was it? I don't know. It's too dark and it was far away. You know that rabbit, Mr. Kadia? Kind of. I tell them about the black rabbit I've seen on my investigations. Mary did say it has some sort of spirit residing in it. And now it's suddenly here. What could that mean, I wonder? Uh-oh. We're going to get in a fight right here in our garage? What's going on here? All at once, my heart starts pounding. I have a bad feeling about this. like something's terrible is about to happen. I find myself bolting to the entrance hall. Everything looks the same as usual here. Did the rabbit get inside the mansion? I quickly scan the room for it. Where's the doll? Mary isn't sitting on the sofa. That's not good. That's not good at all. Mr. Cadia. Probably the was it lead kind of the gypsy? I can't think of the right term for it. Spiritualist, I guess. That's probably her talking. Over there, in the corner. Wait, she moved? Mystic, that's what they called it. Thank you, mystic. I know gypsy is kind of a derogatory term. Shouldn't use that. I turn in the direction I is pointing. What's going on? I's voice has an audible shake in it. How the hell should I know? Oh, did the lights just get turned off? I have to force the words out of my mouth. My voice shakes like hers. Yasuoka is silent. Ooh. Oh no! She got shattered. Here's a better question. Why is her blood? Why is she like covered in blood? Is that actually part of her, or is that somebody else's blood? I don't know. Mary lies on the ground, tragically broken. Guys, her breaking is just a tragedy. All it was. And now she's literally a Bloody Mary. Oh, good one. Her beautiful face is smashed to pieces. Next to her lies the rabbit. Oh, I didn't even notice that rabbit at first. Yeah, it's like right here. Its head is twisted unnaturally. Fresh blood stains the floor. That's where the blood came from. Hey, Mary? Well, I mean, you're not alive to begin with, so maybe you can still talk to us. I call out to her, daring to hope. But I only get silence in response. Mary is dead. She's not responding. Though I don't know if you say that for a doll. Broken? Broken might be the better term. After that, I and Yasuoka help me pick up Mary's remains as well as the rabbits. We work in complete silence, no one daring to speak a word. Mary is gone. I'll have to face spirits and the mark without her help for now. Terror and dread threaten to consume me. Man, we were so screwed. She was so helpful. Will I be able to hunt down spirits like I've been doing? Yeah, wait, Martha? Is Martha dead? No, different game. Different game. Did you play that one, Frost? What the hell happened here? Did some sort of spirit do this? We know Kujou Mansion isn't necessarily safe from spirit attacks. In fact, Saya Kujou was killed in Hanahiko. Frost, heck, no, I didn't. Yeah, that game's definitely not for everyone. Not even close. And why did the rabbit come here? The last time I saw it was H Shrine. Did it travel all the way here after that? No, because we're probably going to get even more like that. And for what purpose? Mr. Cadia, a moment, please. I found this while cleaning up. Do you have any idea what it is? She hands me a key ring with a single key on it. Is that the master key? So now can we finally go into the whatchamacallit? That one locked room that we've been locked out this whole time? Oh my gosh! What is going on? Let me switch gears over here.
Cosmiverse, welcome Raiders to John K. Are you serious?
We are getting a double raid. I don't think I've ever gotten raided 2 times so close back to back. Welcome everybody. How are you all doing? Thank you guys, Kaz and Melface, so much for the double raid. That was incredible. We definitely didn't plan it this way. No, not at all. Not at all. How are you all doing? How are your streams? Let me give you some shout outs there and welcome everybody jumping here. Katamari, Grayish Ham, Twill, Let's see, Norwegian Greaser, Melface, Chosen Vader, King of Mistress, Storm and Key, Chad Rad. I think that's everybody. How are you all doing? Welcome. My name is John. This is John Katie. We are playing a visual novel horror game right now. So if you are into that kind of thing, you have come to the right place. All right, let me get these shout outs going. You were playing cause, let's see. We were here together. Oh, that makes more sense now. If you guys have not followed Cosmoverse, be sure you click on that link and do that. And when you're done with that, also click on this link. Let's see here. And follow them as well. I'm going to guess, Melface, you were also doing We Were Here Together. How did you guys like that game? I tried, I don't know if it was that one. I tried one of those games. Maybe it was just called We Were Here with my wife. It was pretty cool. I dug it. We got stuck on some puzzle. I forget what it was, and I had to look something up. But it was super cool. Yes, Chosen Vader. Dogs are very much a big part of the stream. Let me switch over here real quick. We got Jesse on the left there, Gus in the middle, and Georgie on the right. And they are such sweet, sweet little doggos. We all love them very much. Let's see, and they are doing very well. Never got stuck on the puzzles. I don't know about that face. I don't know if I believe you, Greaser. I don't know if I believe you. But hopefully you guys had a great stream, and thank you guys very much for rating. I hope you guys enjoy the creepy game that we're playing right now. It is a visual novel, so if you hate my voice, you're gonna hate this stream. I have to read all the different characters, and I try to do little voices for each one of them, as much as my voice can actually handle it. But before we do that, happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. A lot of people didn't even know today was St. Patrick's Day. With everything going on in the world, it just kind of snuck up on us. So I hope that you guys have a wonderful day, wonderful holiday, and I don't know if you guys celebrate it at all, but welcome. The Norwegian Greaser, totally telling the truth. You guys are all lying. You guys are lying. Didn't get stuck at all. Not at all. Not at all. You did terribly. Okay, good. I wasn't the only one that got terribly stuck when I was playing with my wife. I was like, what are we even doing wrong? I don't see any clues as to the puzzle. I definitely had to look up a few things. I don't think we beat it, but it was fun. All right, well, let's jump back into this game, and thank you guys again very much for the raids. I very much appreciate it. Oh, where's the game? There's the game. 3, 2, 1, there it is. So, what are we doing in this game for everybody brand new here? Well, we're playing a game called Deathmark, and have you guys ever seen The Ring or Grudge or those like kind of Asian horror style movies? Kind of a similar concept. Our character came in contact with the spirit, and we have this creepy looking mark on our arm. Almost looks like a tattoo of like teeth or something. And because we have that, we have a limited time to survive. This thing's going to get us at dawn. So what we have to do is try to identify which spirit cursed us and then help it go on to the next phase of its existence. Kind of like Ghostbusters, essentially, without the proton packs. You have to learn about the ghost, learn how to fight it, and basically set it free, so to speak, I suppose. Oh, Twill, thank you for the lurk, dude. I appreciate that. But yeah, it's a really cool game. And if you like Asian horror stuff, you'll like the vibe in this game, too. I love Asian horror movies. I love that. Just the truth. Nothing but the truth. Okay, so this woman is a mystic, so hopefully she can help us quite a bit. She actually just gave me a key so we can get into a room we haven't been able to this entire game. So she hands me a key ring with a single key on it. The tag attached to it says Master Key. That is the key we've been looking for. It's exactly what we needed. Also, right before you guys raided, there's this creepy doll we've been talking to who's been helping us out. She just got broken on the floor, and there was a rabbit that we've also seen wandering around, dead right next to the doll. So blood everywhere, broken doll parts, big mess. I don't know what happened. Did the spirit get them? I have no idea. Is somebody sabotaging us? Potentially. Okay, so what's it doing here? That's a good question. Miss I did say the rabbit had something in its mouth earlier. It could have picked up this key ring and carried it. Oh, okay, so maybe the rabbit brought the king. What a cool rabbit. Are you saying the rabbit had the master key? It's only a guess. It's also quite possible that Mary had it herself. But Mary said she didn't know where it was. That's the doll, Mary. The truth is shrouded in darkness. Dude, that'd be messed up if Mary the doll kept it from us the whole time. She's like, I don't know where it is. Good luck finding it. We can use that key to open up any room in the mansion, right? Is there a place you want to get into? Yes. There's one room we've been trying to get into this whole time. An orange toy guns. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. All right, let's check out that locked door. I'm scared what we're going to find. Hopefully there's a clue to our spirit that we need to exercise. There's one place I've been unable to check. The locked room in the southeast corner of the second floor. Has anybody been doing anything today for St. Patty's Day? I don't know. I haven't talked to anybody that's like really been doing anything to celebrate. Tajay had some whiskey. That's about the closest I've seen so far. The room layout looks no different from that of the other guest rooms. What is this, like a hotel? Every room looks exactly the same. What are those tools on the desk? They look pretty strange. That frame over there interests me. I'd like to see the photos inside. There are 2 places of interest. Which one should I check first? I want to look at the pictures. I want to look at the pictures first. The picture frame contains several photos. Marionettes, wax figures, Japanese dolls. They're all photos of dolls. And one of them is... it's the naked version of our doll that we were working with. That's Mary. But she also has that mark on her arm. The same one when we are cursed, which is weird. So who is the character you're playing as, John? Katamari. We got to name our character. We've never actually seen them. So my character's name is John. Last name Kadia. Spoiler alert, that's not my real name. But John is my real name. Katie is not my last name. But that's who we are. We don't have much backstory. So 2 things with this curse. Not only does it kill you after a certain amount of time, you also lose your memories. So we really don't know much about ourselves. We're kind of suffering amnesia. And the longer the curse goes on, the more memories you lose. So it kind of sucks that way. Mr. Katie is my father, right, Kaz? And are you guys planning on continuing this game, Kaz, that you started, that we were here together? I don't know if you guys enjoyed it to the point that you want to finish it, or is it like a one-off stream? And what about you, Melface? So it looks like she was still being put together. When was this taken? There's a pattern on Mary's right arm. Not possible. Yeah, you know, some games, especially puzzle games, they can get so difficult to the point where you don't want to just like look everything up, because then the game's not even fun. If I remember right, we had just gotten past this area like in the snow when I was like moving chess pieces around, and we were getting killed quickly because it was so cold outside. That was around the place we stopped. I don't know if that's the same game you played or the prequel. I don't know, there's a couple of them. Isn't that the mark? That is the same mark we have. But I never saw anything like that on her arm. Plus, this one is a different color from the one us mark bearers have. A black mark. Ours may be red, but somehow this feels even more ominous. Hey, Michael, welcome. You just got off work, dude. Good to see you, man. It might just be called We Were Here. And then I think the sequel might be We Were Here Together. And it felt like a dud, but it got good reviews. I kind of felt the same way, Kaz. Like, my wife and I love puzzle games, but I don't know, something about it just didn't quite hit with us. It was weird. Bizarre. How you doing, Michael? Now, I wonder if she just had her arm turned so we couldn't see the mark when she was on the chair? I don't know. Or maybe they took care of her curse so she no longer had the mark. And Greaser, you think the chess puzzle was from the second game? We Were Here Too. That might have been it. That might have been it. Oh, that's the sequel, right? We Were Here Too? Two? I don't know. Oh, you had the next 3 days off? That's exciting, dude. I wish I had tomorrow off. What are your plans? Any fun plans for your 3-day weekend? Okay, I'll check over there next. So now let's check the desk, see what those tools are. Oh, there's 3 of them, Greaser. I had no idea. So had you guys played any of the other ones besides the third one, or did you just jump right into the newest one? On the desk is a board lined with tools. There are a variety of sharp chisels and long tools that look like spatulas all in a row. Oh, you did finish the other ones. Okay, so you do like the series. This third one's just too tough, you think? You know, Kaz, if you haven't played it in Melface, if you want a good two-player co-op game to play together, I highly recommend It Takes Two. That game was so much fun. And they're making a fourth one. They must be making money. That's cool. Chill and game a lot? That sounds like the perfect weekend, Michael. Sometimes I love it when I have a weekend and I don't have anything planned. I can actually relax, get some projects done around the house. I do love having plans with friends and family and stuff, but if you're just running around doing that nonstop, a weekend can kind of feel exhausting. Then you go back to work Monday and it's like you didn't even have a weekend, right? So, Katamari, you'd probably like playing the third one with your brother, and we're both puzzle people. You should check it out, Katamari. You really should. So let's see. There are a variety of sharp chisels and long tools that look like spatulas all in a row. Next to them are bottles filled with paints and a stack of art books. Are those tools for making dolls? Does that mean Mary was made here? That makes sense. Although she didn't remember being made here. We asked her that earlier. The desk drawers are full of tools as well, but no documents or reports on the mark like I had hoped. I picks up a chisel and studies its handle. This thing, MK is graved on it. Saya Kujou would be SK, so Mary Kujou? Saya's father was Murasame Kujou, and her older brother, the head before her, was Masamune Kujou. Either one would be MK. This is getting more confusing. Yasuko tilts her head in thought. I heard the Kujou family ancestors were tasked with making Buddha statues. I suppose either one of them could have been influenced by that. After examining the desk and the frame, we search the rest of the room as well. But we come up with nothing more. So, Michael, from this chapter, of course, you wake up because we just started a brand new day. Most people left because we took care of their curse. We have two new characters. She's a Japanese idol star, and the other one's a mystic, kind of a very spiritual person. And we went out to some like underground tunnel, like almost like a sewer, but there was no sewage. And we looked around there, didn't find much besides a crazy homeless guy that scared us away, but no spirit stuff. We came back to the mansion and found the doll dead, broken on the floor, Mary. And also that rabbit that we've been seeing, the rabbit was also killed right next to her, blood everywhere. We have no idea who did that. Was it a spirit? Somebody sabotaging us? We don't know. We also just looked at some pictures, and we believe this is where Mary was created, because there's some tools that look like you can create dolls right over there. But in the picture we saw, Mary the doll actually had the cursed mark on her arm, which is very interesting. Okay, so she says, "Oh, that's too bad. I was expecting an amazing secret." We didn't learn anything more about spirits or the mark here. Well, I mean, you kind of learned a little bit more about the mark as far as the doll might have had it. That's interesting. The only thing left is that diary we found in the shelter. We'll just have to place all our bets on that. Apparently, this diary we just found that was underground is very, very stinky. Which is funny because the previous diary we found was covered in honey and was gross. We returned to the entrance hall. I pull the red notebook out of the bag I left on the floor. The flour and tallow smell assault my nose. I feel like my olfactory senses are shriveling. What is that, olfactory? I don't think I've ever heard that term. What a vulgar stench. I recognize this from when we filmed K Miyamachi North Road. That's where we just came from. It was only a brief whiff of it, so I thought I imagined the smell. But perhaps that's when I received the curse. Yasuka scowls at the notebook. And olfactory is your smell system. Thank you, Frost. I don't think I've ever heard that term before. I might have, but totally forgot it. Oh, enjoy getting some good food, Cosmoverse. Maybe some corned beef and cabbage. Something Irish. Happy St. Patty's Day, dude. Thank you for the lurk. If she's right, then this notebook could be connected to the spirit somehow. Inside is the contents of a woman's diary. It almost seems like it was soaked in a pool of perfume. Trying to get rid of the bad smells of the perfume? Spoiler alert, it doesn't work. If you reek, guys, if you got some bad BO or something, you can't just spray some Axe body spray. Don't use that anyway, but it's not going to cure your bad smell. You need a wash, put on some deodorant. Stains and discolorations make most of the pages unreadable, but the last page seems clean enough. The date is from half a month ago. What do we got here? Chapter 4. Why you gotta make that noise, game? Miss Zoo. Interesting. Axe does assault your senses, Katamari. Man, I got nightmares of like the boys' locker room back in like high school, just reeking of Axe body spray everywhere. As I await the fated day, I recall my days as a teacher. The children call me Miss Zoo. Oh, this is what the diary says. Zoo, the keeper of animals. Probably because I kept so many laboratory animals in the science lab. It really does. It really does, Greaser. I got to be surrounded by my beloved animals, my cute little snakes. It was so much more fulfilling than my current boring research. But because of that foolish principle and the fire, the school was shut down. My paradise was stolen from me. I need to take back my paradise. The great Asura has bestowed upon me the wisdom I need to do that.
Tomorrow I will die. By the great Asura's abundant mercy, I will be reborn as Miss Sue. So I rebuild my paradise again. It is all as the great Asura has said. O great Asura. Asura, 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 Asura. Etc.
Interesting. So she's like worshipping some god. She knows she's going to die. What is going on? The rest of the page is filled with Asura. Did she lose her sanity while writing it? Traces of kiss marks cover the names. That combined with a choking perfume. The heavy weight of lust is overwhelming. Giggity. The dark passions in this notebook. Thoroughly disgusting. Yeah, I wasn't going to say that 10 more times. I just thought, etc. A demon voice. I'd love to burn it to ash immediately. We really should. Maybe that'll take care of the spirit. So, this Miss Sue who wrote this, could she be the woman from the rumors? If she worked in a lab, that would explain the white robe. But I wonder which school she was talking about. She said it was her paradise. Do you have any idea? Well, I mean, I really have no idea between these two. I think we've been to H Elementary. Like, I think that was the first chapter, right? So let's go ahead and say that one. I don't think we've been to T Elementary. Although, honestly, I forget the names. They're not very distinctive. Maybe I did the right one. Yes, I agree. It's the only abandoned school in the area that hasn't been torn down. It may be the paradise she wrote of. Oh, and I totally missed the alert, but Chosen Vader, thank you so much for following the channel. I appreciate that, dude. With all the raids, double raids back to back, I just missed it somehow. I apologize. If what the diary says is true, then the woman died after she wrote it. This great Asura would have guided her transformation into Miss Zoo. I'm scared she's going to be like a Voltron made of animals. With the name Zoo. I can't believe a human would choose to become a spirit of their own free will. I mean, that's people committing suicide all the time, right? Is that really possible? Although she was also doing this demonic stuff with Asura to force herself to become a spirit, maybe. She seemed fairly confident that she would be reborn, and the notebook being in the shelter might serve as supporting evidence. Perhaps she meant it as a farewell to her life as a human. How sentimental. Miss Sue, so is she the one that gave Madame Yasuka and I our marks? That's where we found the diary, so the spirit must know the place. It would make sense that it comes and goes from there, for whatever reason. It looks like we know where we must go next. Time to go to H Elementary. So this is a bummer. No, I don't get to talk to Mary the creepy doll and get some insight before going. Okay, let's go ahead and save it, because I have to do that every chance I get. Oh, I could choose a partner. Who should we choose? Should we take I with us? Or the fortune teller, Tawaka, or Tawako? No. I don't really have like a huge draw to either character. I think the fortune teller might be more useful. But the idol, and I like how it says upbeat idol. She's like super positive, tons of energy, always motivating us to go, go, go. So that actually might be a good one too, I suppose. I don't know. She's got more information about that though. So the companion Katamari can change how your situation when you're looking for the spirit goes. Some people might be able to be more helpful because of their knowledge or physical abilities. Like there was one time I couldn't get somewhere because I needed to lift somebody up, but I had to have a kid with me. And I had an adult, so it didn't work out. And Greaser, you need to head to bed at 5 in the morning. Oh my lord, Greaser, definitely get some sleep. Thank you so much for coming along with the raid and hanging out and chatting. I hope you have a great night. Get some sleep. Hopefully you get to sleep in a little bit. You know, I have to wake up at 5:30, so I cannot stay up that late. Have a good one, dude. Take care. Let's go ahead and take I. I like her positive attitude. Okay, we're already partnered with her, so let's exit and go H Elementary. And of course, abandoned school. It's going to be creepy as all heck. Everything that happens in this game is at night as well. Wait, is she singing? What is that? Ever since we left, I has been humming and waving her hand in the passenger seat. She seems like she has no idea about what things we're going to see, and that worries me. Oh, sorry. Am I distracting you from driving? Uh-oh. Not really. Are you trying to learn some choreography? Yeah, it's so hard. Mind if I vent a little, Mr. John? Mr. John. That's my father. Let's see. And you don't have to be up for work until 3 p.m., but it's nice to have some time before work as well. Heck, yes. We'll get some good sleep. You must be working, what do they call it, the swing shift or something like that? Right on. That's cool. Well, have a good one. Thank you again for joining. She turns toward me, hopefully. Am I getting some kind of insider scoop? Oh, you take care too, dude. P was like, we're doing a new song and change the set list a week out. Oh, a set list of songs we perform at a show. Hey, Droll Shanka, how you doing, Droll? Awesome to see you. How are you doing? I think I heard you weren't feeling too good lately. How are you doing? So now we must rush to learn the moves for this whole new song. I'm at the point where I'm dancing even while I'm eating. Isn't that horrible? Like cramming for a test, right? Oh, yeah, it is. You're doing much better now. Awesome. Oh, that's good to hear, Joel Shanka. Awesome. So, what's new? What you been up to? And happy St. Patty's Day. Too bad it's a weeknight. Otherwise, it would have been cool to get some people together, watch Boondock Saints, and have a few beers. You know, maybe some Baileys or something. About half of that flew over my head, but it's obvious that she's busy. But I know why P's in such a rush. It's so weird when they never use full names. Everything is like just letters when they talk about places and other people half the time, unless they're like a main character. I bet, Droll Shanka, I bet. I know we've been mostly keeping ourselves busy with like house stuff. We've been like trying to upgrade a lot of stuff, do some changes. And I also got Elden Ring, so when I'm not streaming, I'm playing that game, which is really cool. Hard as nails, but really cool. Idol groups need a lot of exposure during their debut to make it really big. That's why P's so desperate to promote us everywhere. But I lowers her voice. For this to happen at such an important time. Next week is when we debut the new song. We'll make it in time, won't we? What do you mean? I mean, will everything be better by then? All this Mark and Spirit stuff? Well, no one knows. I mean, either you're going to be better by morning or you're going to be dead. Either way, you won't have to worry about it as much. After all, there's no way to know if we'll live through to tomorrow. No one knows what will happen. But don't ever lose hope. The shining fist of justice will destroy evil lurking in the dark. Right? Sure. Are those lyrics? It's from our debut song. That's our most popular one. It's okay. I'll do my best. If I lose here, then it would mean Love and Hero only singing lives. She gives an energetic bow to her invisible fans. The horns from her costume strike my forehead dead on. Ouch! Wait, horns? I don't remember having horns. Does she have horns? Ow! Are you kidding me? Did we just wreck because we took an overexcited idol with us? Ah, I'm so sorry. Okay, I don't think we wrecked. I think we're okay. Good, we made it. I arrive at H Elementary. Whoa. That would have sucked, Katamari. You've chosen poorly. You were dead. If this game was Dark Souls, that would have happened. This place looks more haunted than I expected. We should have filmed here. No, because you get more ghost stuff. You get cursed again. Oh, she does have horns. I didn't even notice that at first. They're really tiny, though. Like, if she hit us with those, she was about to headbutt us anyway. So, what do we do? I explained about the last time I was here. This is the first chapter we came here. Only a quick rundown, but it should be enough for her to understand. There isn't much left to investigate on the first floor. We need to check out the second floor, which we've never been there. In the previous chapter, when we were at the school, the second floor was covered in snakes. We couldn't go anywhere. I agree, Katamari. I was expecting, like, how did I miss the horns? Were they like these massive things? No. You could hardly even see them unless you're looking for them. Almost looked just like a little piece of her, hair thing or whatever. Not snails, snakes. Oh, you know what that makes me think of, Michael? I didn't even think about that. She's an idol singing music. It sounds like it's really positive music, but the first thing I would think of is, what do they call that? Baby metal or something like that? When you got those young girls in Japan doing like hardcore metal songs. And Christian, this is a rare thing you'll ever see, but you're mad. Why are you mad, Christian? What happened? I'm sorry to hear that, dude. Okay, so we're going to check out the second floor. Okay, time to go up then. All right, let's get going. Let's make sure there's like... Can I look around here? I don't think I can. I think I'm going to just go inside. Yes, this place still has all the flowers it did before when the place was cursed. There's 2 ways to go up. You can go left or right. It doesn't really matter. There should be 2 sets of stairs. We should save it. Because, of course, we are going to. There we go. Okay, now I feel better. Oh, should I be looking around every one of these places? I assumed there's not going to be anything new, but there could have been. Baby metal, yes, yes. I don't listen to that, but I've seen it, like, posted about it online. The fire door is rusted shut and won't move. Okay, that hasn't changed. I climbed the stairs. This is where we saw the other ghost who was like haunting this big creepy mirror. I returned to the landing with the cracked mirror. I stare into the mirror, recalling how I felt back then. I quickly look away. Screw that. I shine my light up at the ceiling instead. But there's nothing there anymore. There are no traces of the rose vines or guards' corpses. What? We just saw roses downstairs. What's up? No, it's nothing. I just wanted to check something. Oh, that's right. There was somebody stuck on the ceiling when we first came into this room before. Spirits can do a lot of weird things, but can they really make corpses disappear? That would be ridiculous. Maybe that corpse is now an evil spirit haunting. So let's see, Christian, you went to your dashboard to check if anything was different from 24 hours ago. And when you went, there was 2 to 4 balls, 2 to 4 balls, 2 to 4 bars for affiliate. Now you're only at 1 bar. And yet my days and hours are updated, so likely won't hit affiliate on Sunday. Oh no, Christian. Yeah, hitting those numbers is kind of tricky the way Twitch does it. It's not the previous month per se. It's the previous 30 days. So when you're looking at your numbers, as time progresses, it starts taking days off from the past because it's just a rolling number of the last 30 days. So like if you had a really great day 29 days ago on stream, when you look at your numbers tomorrow, that thing's been chopped off. No longer included in your last 30 days numbers. So yeah, I totally understand that, Christian. But just, you got to keep it up. Keep going strong. You'll definitely get there, dude. Okay, well, since we didn't see that on the ceiling, is there anything else we need to look at here? This maybe? It's a cracked mirror. It's hard to see your reflection. Okay, that looks like that hasn't changed. Can we feel it? I run my finger down the cracks. Eye watches me worriedly, but nothing happens. Okay, good. All right, let's go this way. Climb the stairs. There's still snakes everywhere? What the heck? Poisonous snakes cover the hallway. It'd be foolish to try to keep going. Snakes? Don't shout. I slap my hand over Eye's mouth. We can't move forward. The only thing worse would be making a noise and calling something here. It'll be fine if we live quietly. I cautiously take a step backwards. Suddenly, the snake reacts to my bag. Oh no. What the? The snakes flip their tongues in the air, trying to smell something. After a moment, they begin to leave. They don't like the stinky notebook that we have, right? They disappear into the darkness of the hall before I can even blink. They vanish without a sound, all at once, as if they'd never been there to begin with. Huh? Why? I don't know. It looked like the snakes were sniffing my bag. The red notebook is inside. Maybe the smell made them think we were friends. Let's try going down the hallway. I haven't gone this way yet. Oh yeah? Let's both do our best. Yeah, my main recommendations, Christian, for like numbers and all that, is when you're streaming, don't look at how many people you have watching you. I never show my numbers. I have no idea how many people are in here, and I never look at those numbers. Some people like to have it on their stream the entire time, but I think that's very detrimental to your streaming vibe. Because like, you know, if I'm used to having like 15 people in here, and then I look down and there's like 10 people, then it can affect your mood. You know, you're not as excited, you're not as happy to be streaming. You're like, why? Why is nobody coming? What's going on? You don't want to be in that headspace. It's much better to hide your numbers and stream like you have 1,000 people watching you. Every time you stream, have a good time, be energetic, welcoming, friendly, all that kind of stuff. And you can look at the numbers afterwards, of course, and just kind of see how the game you're streaming is doing with numbers, how the day you streamed is doing with numbers, but that's like after the fact. You don't necessarily want to look at that while you're streaming, I don't think. There's something right here. The second floor isn't covered in roses like the first. There's no movement, and I don't see any plants. I guess that phenomenon didn't happen on this floor. Oh, and that's true, Katamari. Although, I guess now, Christian, you have 2 things you have to meet. I forget what the criteria was. It was so long ago. You have to have 3 average viewers, which is generally pretty easy to hit, but you can kind of cheat the system a little bit on that. You have to have, was it 50 followers, I think? And 20 hours streamed, or 30 hours in the last month, or 7 stream days, 8 hours. Okay, that was it. Thank you. Ellaby, welcome back. How you doing? How was your nap? Or did you nap? Remember, you had to go. The door to the music room is locked. We do not have a key for that room. All right. Forward we go. It took me a few months to reach affiliate for sure. Someone's playing piano. A piano plays somewhere. That was a piano, right? I still breathe and strain to hear any noises. But it doesn't sound like anyone's here. Oh. She picked something up off the ground. It was a piece of sheet music. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. How I wonder what you are. It looks like piano sheet music. Oh, that takes me back. I played this song when I was a kid. You play piano? Well, kind of. I'm a singer after all. Yeah, I know that. Well, I'll count on you if we need that. Hey, maybe we picked the right character. Okay, I got this. New info is added to the spirit file. Sweet. Okay, is there anything else in here? Looks like things like bulletin boards used to be on the wall, but they were all taken down. How about this door? I can't seem to even try to open up that door. That's weird. Keep on going forward. Yeah, I truly believe that anybody that wants to try streaming can absolutely hit affiliate. Takes some persistence. Game selection is actually really important in that if you don't bring people from somewhere else on Twitch. But hitting partner, that's a whole nother problem. I'm not hitting partner anytime soon, but I'm also not really going for that. Like, I think to really push yourself and get to partner as quickly as possible, you need to be very active on social media, Twitter, making YouTube videos, doing TikToks, all that kind of stuff to help bring traffic to your Twitch channel. At the same time, you got to be playing games that have a big following, that you can kind of get a lot of people jumping in and out of your stream. So get that visibility. I don't pick games like that. I don't care. I just play what I want to play. The bare floor causes our steps to echo as we walk. We need to make sure the spirit doesn't hear us. I mean, we're talking from time to time. What makes you think the spirit isn't going to hear that? And you're going to go, good night, Ellaby? Well, welcome back and goodbye. See you later, Ellaby. Have a great night. What do we have here? A cold wind blows from the broken windows. Something's in between the window and its frame. Oh, let's grab it. I slide the broken window open, and the trap paper falls out. I found a worn-out talisman. Yes, that's more of that, what do you call it? Spirit juice? The stuff you need to use when you're, like, in a very stressful situation. It basically gives you more time to react. When I pick up the worn talisman, I feel warmth flow through me. So, Michael, the main difference... Well, I guess there's three categories. There's nothing, then there's affiliate, and then there's partner. If you're nothing on Twitch, you don't have a category or a label, you can stream, but you can't monetize through Twitch directly. Once you hit affiliate by hitting those requirements we talked about, then you can monetize on Twitch, meaning people can subscribe to your channel, people can donate bits. You can get emotes. Like, we have a bunch of emotes right now. I think we have as many emotes as possible, although I still have to upload a few for being an affiliate. And then if you can hold 75 people in your channel average over the course of a month, you can apply for partnership. And what that gets you is, I believe you get better possibly rates on your money. Like, for some things in Twitch, I get like 50% of what the donation is. You get 50% for subscriptions, and I think it's a lot more for cheers and stuff like that. But when you're partner, I think those numbers can go up. You also get more emotes, and you get a little check mark next to your name, so people know that you're a partner. But I think that's most of it, for the most part. Okay, anything else in here? Oh, looks like there's something locking this door. That barbed wire? A jumble of wire is wrapped around the door handle. This door appears to be locked by a wire stuck in the keyhole. I pull on the wire, but it won't move. It's been carefully and tightly wound. Plus, it's pretty thick. It'll be impossible to cut it. Do I have something that can disintegrate metal? So if we look at our tools, we have a hammer, a hatchet, and a red notebook. We can try these tools. I take out the hammer. What do I do with it? Okay, not the hammer. The hatchet. I swing the hatchet down on the wire hard. It makes a dull noise, but the blade only puts a dent in the wire. If I don't hit it on top of a hard surface, it'll be hard to cut. Hard surface. I don't think we can really put anything underneath that right now. So we probably need a different tool, I'm guessing. Oh, that's true, Katamari. They probably do send you some merch, I'm guessing. There's also a bit of like a status symbol being a partner. And of course, if you have those numbers, then you're more likely to be able to get sponsorship and deals from like game companies and things like that. I can't hear any man-made sounds coming in through the window. Only leaves rustling in the wind. So it still lets me look at that. Same thing, okay. Yeah, 75 viewers is a tough thing to hit. I'm not even sure what my best average viewer was for any stream ever. If you don't count the ones where I got absolutely massive raids, when I've just gotten like normal raids. Because if you count those, it's been in the hundreds. But I have a feeling the most I've ever averaged in like a really good stream was like low 30s. Like low 30s. Oh, I didn't even think about that, Jumi. True, when you're a partner, you always get encoding options where you can click the little wheel settings on Twitch and change if you want 1080p or 720p or whatever. I always get it too, but that's because I'm persistent. Because sometimes when I start the stream, I don't get it. And I immediately stop the stream, wait a few seconds, and start it again. Sometimes it takes a few times, but we do eventually get encoding options. Because I want to make sure whoever watches, even if they have a crappy Wi-Fi connection, they can still drop the quality and still hang out with us. While I can have a good quality stream for everybody with fast internet. It doesn't look like the fluorescent light is broken, but it stays dark. And we can't open the door. Okay, let's keep going forward. Wait a second. You know, I'm trying to open the door. I think I screwed up. I should just be trying to press right to go through the door. Oh, man, I think I missed a couple of these. My bad. Let's see. For me, I don't do any encoding because I'm the one uploading. I get to choose, I guess for my encoding, Katamari, in my software I use to stream, I get to choose what bitrate I want to upload to. 6,000 is the max that Twitch accepts. So I stream at that bitrate. And then I get to also pick the resolution. And I just choose 1080p because I think that's also the highest that Twitch currently allows. But if you have like a slower internet or you're on Wi-Fi, you want to drop down the bitrate as well as the resolution. I also stream at 60 frames per second. I could drop it down to 30, but most games look better at 60. Assuming the game runs at 60. Flecks of red are all over the floor. They smell like iron. That's blood, not just flecks of red. Something is scrawled on the blackboard. Zen? It looks like the letters spell Aizen. There are more after that, but they aren't legible. I don't know. The handwriting is terrible. Like, there are sometimes, Katamari, where my internet is like running really slow and everybody's buffering because I'm trying to upload 6,000 kilobits per second, but I just can't. If I stop the stream, turn it down to like 1,000 or 2,000, I can start it back up and it'll probably run without buffering, but it'll look like trash. A plant in the flower pot has wilted. Next to the plant is a plaque with a child's name inscribed on it. I can see something is stuck underneath the pot. Let's move it. I lift up and uncover a dirty piece of paper. Oh, another talisman. Nice. How's that a piece of paper? When I think of talisman, I don't think of paper. And you're part of that high refresh rate lifestyle too? It's hard to go down to 30 when you game at 120. 100%. 120 is super nice. 60 is like a bare minimum if I can get that to work. Now, unfortunately, so many games, no matter how fast your computer is, it just won't run at 120. They're not very well optimized, so I'll settle for 60 then. I also always set my monitor to 120 instead of 144 or 165, which is what my monitor can actually push because of streaming. Because from my what I've been reading online, if you try to stream and your monitor is refreshing at like 144 or 165 hertz, it doesn't match 60 that Twitch is trying to get. So the frame pacing can be very off. It won't look totally smooth. But if you stream at 120, or if I play the game at 120 but I'm streaming at 60, it's a direct multiple of 60, so it should look clean. Okay, what else is in here? Can we look at this again? Nothing new with that. I think that was it in here. Yeah, they don't have any more insight. I think I missed a door, so we have to go back. I wasn't pressing the right button. So we want to go this way? I'm kind of going backwards right now, just so I can check these doors. That's the locked door. That's right. What about this door? Yeah, I think I missed a few of these. It's an abandoned desk. It's a desk like you find at any school. What's surprising is it doesn't look very weathered. I try feeling around inside the desk and find something soft. It's a wadded up piece of paper. I open it and see several sentences. It seems to be something someone failed to destroy. Fragment S. Okay, so we're going to find a few of these to put together and make a message or something. Oh, Michael, it's pretty cool, but I do have a 120 hertz PC or monitor in the living room, but not many games support it. There's like a handful of games on each console that can actually do 120 frames per second. I mean, you take like a brand new popular game like Elden Ring, it won't even run at a smooth 60 on PS5 and Xbox. Heck, it doesn't even, I think even in performance mode, it doesn't do a smooth 60, which is a bummer. But that just comes down to more optimization, things like that. But there are definitely some games that do, like I know on the Xbox, what is that game? It's like a platformer, Ori and the Blind Forest. I think that one does 120 frames per second. It is 4K though. They do look really nice in 4K, I gotta say. I'm playing Elden Ring on a PC in my living room at 4K, and it looks awesome. One of the fixtures holding the light is broken. Probably shouldn't risk walking under it. I think that's it for this room. Let's go this way again. And your TV is 4K, but it can run up to 1440p 120 hertz, which is what you use. Nice. It's a nice medium, because like if you can't play 4K at 120, which not many games could, unless you're playing maybe Doom or Counter-Strike or one of those very well-oiled machine type of games. Yeah, that's going to be a good medium. That's the monitor that I'm playing on right now is 1440p. The blackboard is covered in dents and scratches. It's probably too damaged to use. Darn it, I was going to do some lessons. I look out the schoolyard through the window, but I don't see anything moving around. That's good. That'd be worrying if you saw something moving around, wouldn't it? It seems like each classroom is like a different grade. Like that was third, the one before that was first grade, or fourth grade. That one's locked. Okay, so we hit the end. Now we can go forward. Just want to make sure I didn't miss anything back there. Yeah, Katamari, it definitely becomes a diminishing returns. Like, I really think 8K is going to be completely meaningless for a long time. I have a pretty large television in the living room. I have a 77-inch TV. 4K looks amazing. I can tell the difference between 4K and 1080p at that distance with my glasses on. Also depends on your eyesight. But if I had an 8K TV at that distance, like if I'm 10, 12 feet away, I don't think I could tell the difference between an 8K image and a 4K image. Because the pixels are already so small at 4K, it's hard to discern the difference. Maybe if you were sitting like 3 feet away, you could tell, but who watches TV that way? Okay, did I already check out this room? Yes, we did do this one. Okay. That's the 6th grade room. Let's go forward. Okay, this I think is new. Yep. Long desks and what looks like sinks loom in the darkness of the classroom. This must be a lab. Oh, lab. This is where the spirit probably is, right? This seems to be... Is this the science lab? Still. Eye grimaces. It really stinks in here. I bet it smells like that notebook. I feel like I'm gonna suffocate. It's an irritating stench that stings the eyes. The putrid smell fills the whole room, like a box of onions has gone rotten. Even so, it's not like we can just leave. Let's get this done quickly so we can move on. Now, I gotta say, I love 120 hertz when I can get it to work. I think there's a bigger difference between 30 and 60, but I can still definitely feel a difference between 60 and 120. Depends on the game, though. Some games you can feel it way better than others. There's a talisman in the dusty sink. Nice, another one. I will take it. We have a lot of that spirit juice. This desk is scorched. Seems to be more fire damage in here than in the staff room. This is probably where the fire started. We didn't start the fire. A couple fire songs came to mind when they said that. Before we go in there, let's save it. Because I have a feeling we're going to run into that spirit very soon. Opened the door and left the science lab. Oh, that's creepy. Don't like that doll. I open the cupboard and check inside, but all I find is trash and dust. Now, if you're playing VR games, that's different. You don't want to play VR games at 60 frames per second. That definitely needs to be 90, 120, something very smooth, because if it ever gets choppy, it can very easily make you sick. You need to be totally smooth for your vision so that it feels more realistic. Oh, something down here too. It's a sturdy wooden cabinet. The cabinet door opens easily. The inside is completely full to bursting with something. I pull it out and discover that it's a garbage bag full of shredded paper. Got the office trash. Are you seriously planning to take that with you? I mean, not that I care. When I lift up the bag, an unshredded wad of paper falls to the floor at my feet. I open it up to see several complete sentences. Guess they failed to destroy this section. Another fragment. We have 2 of them now. It's a shelf packed with numerous chemicals. Getting closer, I see some large containers. Oh, God. Body parts. What is this? Ah! I hear I gasp behind me. Hands, ears, eyeballs. Body pieces that used to belong to a human are floating in liquid, perfectly preserved. It can't be. There's no way they'd use these as educational aids. This is a pretty metal class. They're extremely fresh for being samples. Probably because they were cut from a living body. But it doesn't seem like it's been that long since any of them were severed. Oh no. We're about to donate to this body pile, aren't we? Other than the jars with human body parts, the cabinet has several containers of chemicals. Look around. Oh, I already looked at that. Oh, we got something. The letters are messy but legible. Great Asura. We saw that earlier. Down must mean below where we currently are. So that would be the first floor? Recalling the school's layout, I think there was a similar storage area on the first floor. I skipped a couple of them, unfortunately, because I was assuming it was repeating what I had just seen, and it didn't. I'm not sure what it means, but it might be important. I decided to take the tag just in case. Okay, so let's also feel this. Luckily, we can go back and review the text. I know they're not alive anymore, but it takes a measure of courage to search body parts. I stick my hand inside, half closing my eyes, and feel around the shelf. Is something there? Well, yeah. I stop myself from voicing my frustration. I can't make I do something like this. I search the chemicals, formalin containers, unidentified samples, every nook and cranny. I find a few things I can use. We got a clear bottle with liquid inside. It has a label with a chemical formula on it. A brown bottle that has an irritating smell. The label's rotted and unreadable, that sucks. And finally, a bottle wrapped in foil. It smells faintly of flowers, but it's likely just some kind of chemical as well. Oh, flowers. That makes me think of perfume and those other two things they use to make that notebook smell so bad. I wonder if it's the same thing. Right, Michael? What the hell? And Katamari, last time a game went full screen and forced your TV into 4K 30, it felt like the game was laggy and sluggish. Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad. But, like, do you have to go windowed to play games at over 30 frames per second? You should be able to change, like, the TV's settings to at least do 60. Or your monitor, I guess, full screen. All right, we got the 3 bottles. Is that everything? Once I'm done looking around, I stand up. A vinyl bundle in the corner catches my eye. I pick it up and realize it's a tightly wrapped bundle of clothes. A white coat stands out the most. Must be a lab coat. Nice. We know that Ghost wanders around in a lab coat. A white lab coat. Well, we are in the science lab. No big surprise to find one here. That rumor about a ghost in white. I and Yusoka got their marks while filming a TV show about it in K. Miyamachi. And all the other clothes along with the coat have been folded meticulously. Is it really just a coincidence? I think we're done there. Still have to check out a few other creepy things. But before we go any further... here? Where is that? I don't remember where we can see... like our notes. Thought it was here. That just says save. Memo. Oh, is this it? Maybe it's under this. No, it's just like descriptions. I could have sworn there was a way to like... Oh, here we go. You have to hit start. I want to see what I missed back there. They talked about going downstairs or something, so it sounded important. Okay, so that's when we check all those things. Yeah, it was right around here. Here's what I skipped. So taking a closer look, I notice a large tag on the side of the container. It says Great Asura Down. Letters are messy but legible. Great Asura. Okay, so that's what I missed. It was just Great Asura with a down arrow. So I guess I need to find the same room directly downstairs from the room we're in right now. And there might be a clue there. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. The hell? What? A broadcast?
Do you have any brains?
A strange voice echoes over the intercom. No, thank you. Let's get the hell out of here.
Do the test immediately. Table. On the table.
This has been your public service announcement. Zombie ghost. Brains. Have you guys ever seen this old zombie movie from the 80s called... it's not Night of the Living Dead. What is it called? Return of the Living Dead, I think is what it's called. It's really funny. And in that movie, the zombies can actually talk. And they do great stuff. Like, I remember there's like a bunch of cop cars at a place, and the zombies eat all the cops. Then what they do is they go on the intercom for the police, and they say, send more cops. Because they just want more food, you know? And it's awesome how they do that. I thought it was a great idea. Static crackles before being cut off. Is she watching us from somewhere? She said something like table. Something might be on the desk. Let's take a look. That works for this game too. Okay, so something on the table. I bet it's right there. Before we do that, I want to completely search this room. Yeah, it was funny. We were playing Alien Isolation, and one of those aliens looked like it was about to kill me, Michael. Instead, it just kind of like put a hand on us and then walked right by. I don't know what happened. It just kind of groped us and left. It was really funny. It's an elaborate anatomical model. Oh, that's creepy as hell. Taking a closer look, I notice a huge tear in its mouth. Yeah, just a nice shoulder pad. It's okay, buddy. You're going to make it. It's making the mouth look bigger than it should. It's almost like an arm was forcibly shoved down it and couldn't handle the strain. Let's try to shove our arm down there. The mouth might be broken because someone stuck their hand down it. Would that mean something is hiding either in the mouth or the torso? I could break it, but then I might break whatever is inside too. Nothing for it but to stick my hand in. I hesitantly slide my hand into the mouth. Something cylindrical is inside. I grab it and try to pull it out. God, oh, a snake? That was a terrible idea. Why do we do that? Oh man, that's awesome. It's a snake head. What the hell? Let's see, my tablet stopped streaming the game. I'm trying to get it to refresh, but I think my Twitch app froze on there. Roused by the movement, the snakes begin pouring out from every crevice. Watch out! I stumble backwards. The snakes slowly retreat back into the model. Seems like they live inside. Now we know where all the snakes went. I bet something's hidden in there. But to get it, I'll have to find a way to pacify the snakes. So they didn't like the smell of the notebook. I have a feeling we have all of the right ingredients to maybe pour down there and create that same smell. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Tools. Am I supposed to put all these? Okay, so there's actually descriptions on these that I missed. Yeah, touche, Katamari. I thought St. Patrick got rid of the snakes. So timely, Katamari. Okay, so this bottle has a white label that reads CH3CH2OH. No idea what that chemical is. It's flammable. Do not hold by open flame. This one smells like chlorine and just says handle with care. And this one reads ID5 and smells fresh, like floral. Well, I don't know exactly what we could do with that yet. Oh, I didn't look at these fragments. They actually have some stuff we can read too. So this fragment says, a portion of a memo. Wave can control the shock. This creature is that great. This is to keep it locked. And what about this one? At Sir sound wave, music put sleep. Oh, can we put them to sleep with music? Maybe that's it. Maybe we need to play the piano and that'll put the snakes to sleep. I'll have to find a better way to put all those together. Oh, something up here. These are materials used in science class. It's a number of books. They're materials and encyclopedias about animals. I grab one and flip through the pages. There are a ton of notes inside, scribbled in thin letters. It seems like there are simple explanations for the students. I take out the last book, and when I look inside, a scrap of paper falls from between the pages. What luck! What luck! Oh, another talisman. Nice. We got so much of that spirit juice. We're up to 3,000. Okay. We go right? I think that's the only way to go. Okay, so now we should try that test that that ghost was talking about. But before we do that, let's go ahead and create another save. I think this is what I want to overwrite. Yes. Okay, so we check this right here. On the desk, scattered with lab equipment, is a small pencil and problem sheet. Oh gosh, are you guys ready to do some homework? If this is like biology, I'm going to need your help because that was never my main subject. Let's see. Are we supposed to fill this out? You know, it seems like when you're in one of those spirit battles, Katamari, if you fail one of the answers, you typically lose like 800 or 700 spirit juice, I think. So we currently have 3,000, which means it seems like we could fail a bunch and still survive, which I'll need it. I'll need every little bit. 100%. Okay, let's, we peek at the questions, or would that be cheating? Let's peek at the questions. I take a sidelong glance at the problem sheet. I see what looks like chemistry symbols. Looks like this is a science test. I'm screwed. I was decent at science when I was taking the class, but like, that's not stuff I remember. You know, it's like you cram for the test and then it's gone. Something's written at the top in messy letters. Remember the experiments. That's right. I found several bottles of chemical in the storage room. Were those chemicals used in some sort of experiments? I don't know if we have enough information to start this test. We grabbed the chemicals. We don't know what to do with them, what they go for. We kind of read the labels, but that didn't give us a ton of information. Yeah, let's give it a shot. What's the worst can happen? I pick up the pencil and turn over the paper.
Begin the test.
Probably should have waited. Oh, it's this thing. Okay, crap. Yeah. This is what we need the spirit juice for, Katamari. Okay. Compound A is widely used as fuel or disinfectant. Its chemical formula is the CH3CHXOH. What number should X be? Was it 2? I think it was 2. Definitely wasn't a 4 or 0. I think it was 2. Okay, good. I'm glad I looked at those labels. Barely remembered that. You have to answer very quick. The longer you take, the more spirit juice you use. Compound N is an exemplary acid and contains a salt that reacts to various metals. Which statement about compound N is true? Was this the one that said it was flammable? Yeah, I'm going to say combustible. I was wrong. Oh, no. No. Okay. Dang it. It's number 3. It stinks when it's thick and fragrant when it's thin. What compound is it? Oh, I don't know these. Indole. Just taking a guess. Yes. All right. 2 for 3. I'll take it. Okay, good. I thought maybe you had to get all of them. It is a test. I mean, 2 out of 3 is not a passing grade. That's like a D. It seems we passed the test. At the end of the answer sheet, the next test is in the room next door. Proceed there quickly, students. Well then, it sounds like there are other tests. Are we being tested? What was your first clue? What was it? Maybe. Yeah, we're being tested. I mean, That's what tests are for. But why? I'm concerned, but I don't feel like guessing. I don't know exactly what any of these liquids are for, Katamari. We just know very little details about them. The more immediate topic should be discussed, now that my senses are assaulted. Also, this thing really reeks. Is he talking about the book? I didn't notice when I was focusing on the test, but the answer sheet stinks terribly. Oh, the answer does. Yeah, begin the test was a pretty good hint that you're being tested. It's 100 times worse than the notebook, like zoo in the dead of summer. I shut it tightly in a random pouch in my bag so the smell doesn't spread. Sweet. All right, we got that answer sheet. I narrows her eyes at me. Mr. Cadia, are you sure you closed your bag? It still reeks in here. Huh? I is right. The smell has definitely gotten stronger instead of weaker. Sorry, I'll check. I look down to double check my bag. What the hell? I spot something that looks like a box down on the floor behind the desk. Is there a whole corpse in there? It looks like I see a hand and a couple of feet sticking out. Oh. I bet it's dismembered, and they put the body parts in those jars in the back room. Oh. Oh no. My instincts realize what it is before my brain does. Hands and feet are sticking out of the blood-soaked cover. Inside that box is... I've got to check to make sure, but I can't make myself move. Did you find something? Stay back. Don't look at this. The low, sharp tone that comes out of my mouth startles even me. Just stay back. I'll check it. After gathering my courage, I reach out. I pull off the thick sheet. Yup, that's a whole dismembered body. Also missing the head. That hat's familiar. So are the... This is that guy I think we saw in the beginning. He was like running and like warning us about something, and then we never saw him again. I think this is what happened to him. There's no mistake. It's the corpse of the guard who was hanging from the building with Moe Watanabe. Yeah, I remember that guard. I collapse to my knees. A horrible feeling comes barreling up through my chest. Are you all right? There's a corpse. That's where the smell is coming from. A corpse? Then let's get the heck out of here, yeah? I drag myself up woodenly, like a puppet on strings. Like Mary? The classroom next door. Huh? The next test is in the classroom next door. Let's go there. Right. Okay, understood. Ai is probably shaken, but she's putting on a brave face anyway. Even an act like that is helpful at a time like this. After all, there's no time to waste. Whoever did this, or whoever carried this corpse here, could be lurking around the corner. Thought we were going to look at that corpse more. Gotta loot the corpse. Apparently not. I think we're going forward. Excuse me, we should probably save it before we go. Wait. Now we're already at the other side where the exit is. Fire door doesn't budge when we try to open it. Did I miss a door? I think I might have missed one. About here? No, this is where we just were. Okay, so we actually have to go backwards to a room we already tried. That would be the room next door. Okay, so... Oh, looks like there's something on that desk. Let's go ahead and save it again. I have a feeling I'm not going to survive this. There's a pencil and problem sheet on the desk. Peek at those questions. I take a glance at the problem sheet. There are a number of long sentences. Looks like this is a science test. Something's written at the top in messy letters.
Read the blackboard.
So that's our clue, I guess, for all these tests is gives you that little thing. You better do that before you take the test. A blackboard? Am I supposed to read it? I'm not sure that scribble is really important, but let's take a look at the blackboard, I guess. So something is scrawled on the blackboard. I Zen. That part is legible, but the rest is a complete mess. I don't know. That handwriting is terrible. So all that we get from that is I Zen. Then there's flecks of red. Red on the floor. Nothing else to look at. All right. I Zen. A-I-Z-E-N. Let's see what we can do with that. I pick up the pencil and turn over the paper.
Begin the test.
I love that intro. It's so cool. I don't know if we've ever gotten another or a back-to-back live or dies. This is dangerous. Question 1. Believing in the Buddha is important. The Buddha is most extremely vital. Why is it all sectioned off like that? It's weird. The Buddha is in different kind of brackets versus the normal parentheses around everything else. How is it science? You must believe in the incredibly strong, great I Zen. The incredibly strong, great I is like an angel. You must erase the stench of corrupted humanity and become one with nature. This is called I Zen unity, I'm going to guess. AI. Yeah. Gotta be it. I don't know how I could answer any other questions, because that's all that I got from that blackboard was I Zen. Question 2. Humanity is the embodiment of pain. They kill other animals. My fellow snakes also spend every day in absolute misery. My dear snakes hate this world like they hate the sun and heat. This disaster is called the Age of Decline. Cry something. What could that be? Horizon? Oh no, I don't know. Crimson? I like crimson. I had no idea. That was a total guess. Nailed it. I just like that word crimson. Question 3. I carry the great I's talisman, every day and seek rebirth. The talisman is important. It is a greater treasure than the brain or heart or life itself. This is shown not in words, but deeds. If I walk with a talisman, I will become... Heck if I know. This is going to be another random guess. Asura. I recognize that term. That's the only term I recognize there. Wow, nailed it. 3 out of 3, 100%. I have no idea what kind of science that is, Michael. Social sciences? Maybe? Not like biology or chemistry, of course. Physics. Nice. Oh, thank goodness. It seems we've passed the test. At the end of the answer sheet, the next test 2 rooms over. Don't enter the classroom next door. Off limits. Well, that's succinct. I want to check that classroom next door. So bad now. Don't go into the classroom next door. Why? Maybe she's got a secret in there. But I want to see it even more. Pretty much. She probably didn't think it through before. Oh no. I didn't like that sound. It sounds like something is hitting the wall. That noise. Was it from the room next door? Sounds like something's in there. Let's check out the room next door. We could do the next test later. Or throw ourselves into danger, right? Okay, room next door. We're going this way on the map. You're darn right I want to save it before going in there. This one, yeah. This one is locked. Oh yeah, we didn't have anything to lock that out, or to open it up. We look at our bag. Oh, you know what? Did it say like this bottle, the brown one, could like destroy metal or something? I thought it corroded stuff. I wonder if we can use that to actually break down that red wire. Definitely don't have anything else that I could use, I don't think, here. We can try it, though. So there's the jumble wire. Let's go to tool. Brown bottle. I take the brown bottle out of my bag and stare at the label. It has a usage warning on it, and it smells like chlorine. It could be some sort of strong acid that can melt metal. That's what I was thinking. Should we try it? I take off the lid and slowly pour the liquid on the wire. If I accidentally get some on the keyhole, it could be a problem. Don't rush, just a little at a time. There's a faint bubbling noise and a smell that's indescribable. It seems it's working like we hoped. Is it melting? Yeah. Then, I think that should do it. I pull on the wire again. This time, it comes out from the keyhole easily. Nice. You're smart, Mr. Cadia. Nobody tells me that. I'm not sure how to respond to that. But in any case, now we can investigate this room. Let's look inside. Alright, we discarded it. Hopefully that was the only possible thing we needed that for. We're going in. We're going in. Oh, no. Let's get out of here. This is a terrible idea. The instant I open the classroom door, something glints in the darkness. Then a horrible stench makes me choke. Ugh. Is this blood? Beneath my feet, it feels like I am stepping in something soft, like mud. I shine my light into the room. Oh, this is disgusting. What the hell is this room? It's as if I stepped into a slaughterhouse. The scene before me is horrific. Organs scattered across the floor, chunks of meat, an overwhelming amount of blood. The blank, glassy-eyed animals, heads lined up across the desks. Ah. Ice sinks to the floor, covering her mouth. The words sacrificial rite come to mind. But why the hell? Let's check it out. Let's have some fun. Let's explore. We need to look around. I'm trying to convince myself by saying it twice. Suddenly... Huh? There's a sound from the window ledge. Well, that's right. We heard some banging around in here, didn't we? Is someone there? I make my way past the animal heads to peer cautiously at the line of desks near the window. Oh, crap. Who's this? A naked body is lying in a pool of red. There's also snakes everywhere. Countless snakes are slithering all over her. The woman almost looks like an animal waiting for dissection. Actually, whoever did this to her might have been planning to do just that. Hey, come help me. Someone's trapped. We grab onto her legs and hurry to drag her out of the swarm of snakes. I'd be scared the snakes are going to bite her if we move her. I'm worried about her snake bites. Oh, she's already been bitten. but I don't see any other large wounds. Are you okay? Hang in there. Ice speaks to her, but the woman doesn't reply. Her eyes are half open, staring vaguely. We can't let her die. Let's take her back to the mansion. So she should be able to walk if we help her. Sure, but she's, naked? Is this really the time to be worried about that? Yeah, I think so. But speaking of clothes, we have the lab coat, right? I just remembered. Here, she could wear this. I unwrap the bundle of clothes and pull out the lab coat for her to wear. Oh yeah.
That place is off limits.
Oh, shiza. Noise from the broadcast reverberates in the room. My flashlight blinks out. Uh-oh, we're running out of time. The mark's color grows more vivid. A few hours until the death closes in. Damn it, she noticed. Well, what should we do? We need to get out of here. I know H Elementary's layout pretty well. I should be able to find my way without a light. Dear God, we've got to hurry. What the hell was that noise? Let's help her up. Up! Oh, made it out. Piece of cake. And in the car. That's very efficient. I takes a deep breath from the back seat. It sounds like a world-weary old person groan. Oh, did you just think I sounded like an old lady? I don't care what you think. I'm not performing right now. I'm on break. Is this what they call a woman's intuition? Or does she just read my mind? That was really weird. Does that woman looks like she'll be okay? We covered her securely in a lab coat, but I still hesitate to look in the rearview mirror. Don't stare. Privacy's important, even in emergencies. I'm just making sure she's okay. I'm not trying to look, I promise. I'm clearly doing my best not to. Come on. She looks exhausted, but calm. Maybe she's sleeping. Mr. Cadia? Hmm? That would make too much sense, Katamari. Way too much sense. And now we don't even have our creepy doll Mary to help us out, discover, like, what's going on with this new girl. I saw it. Wait, what did you see? I try to keep my tone innocent. The mark on her body. When we were putting the coat on her. Oh. So we've added another number, or another to our number. I keep staring at that poor naked lady. My heart drops when I think about how I'll have to tell her the truth of what's happening. But that doesn't mean I can avoid it. Well, we'll have to tell her. Yeah, I hope she doesn't get depressed. Oh, I'm sure she's going to be stoked. Totally happy. I mean, at the very least, anything is better than being covered in snakes, right? She's surprisingly collected about this. Maybe she learned that to be able to make a living in the entertainment world. I have a name, you know. Oh. The mystery woman seemed to sleep, but she suddenly speaks up. You were awake? Sorry, we didn't know your name. I'm Madoka Hiru. I don't care what happens. All I want is to take a shower as soon as possible. Oh, that's got to feel so nice after her situation. Welcome back. Oh, and who is that with you? Later, hurry and get a bath ready. Dang. We lay a pale-faced hero on the sofa and immediately start treating her wounds. With her guiding us, we were able to give her proper first aid. There's a lot of swelling, but at least it seems none of the snakes were poisonous. After we finish, her face gradually regains its color. Had no idea what she was going to look like. I did not expect that. But now that she's in a lab coat, it makes sense, right? Oh, I guess it'd be venomous, not poisonous, huh, Katamari? Or being technically more correct. Hiru emerges from the upstairs wearing the clothing we found in the science lab. Apparently, they had been hers. I almost died. Thanks for saving me, I guess. You guess? What? Judging by that casual comment, it seems she's recovered her composure. She's still pretty pale, but she doesn't look shaken up anymore. They only wanted to torment me, not kill. Small mercies. Otherwise, I would have choked on poison or been snake food by now. Spirits drag the living to the depths of despair before killing them. That's what Mary told me before. Thanks to that nefarious nature of theirs, she was able to be saved. You sure you're feeling okay? Don't worry, I'm fine. I bounce back fast. Who knows if that's true or if she's just putting up an act, but regardless, her emotional strength is impressive. So what were you doing in the school? That's what I'd like to know. I was chasing after a woman named Manabi Zakawa. I must have fainted. When I woke up, I was here. Zakawa. Could that be Miss Sue? Miss Sue? Oh yeah. I heard that was her nickname from when she was a teacher. So why were you chasing... Hold up. My questions first. Who are you people? We give her the basic rundown of the situation. She listens quietly, but I can tell from her expression she's not convinced. I see. I understand. But believing you is something else. You say Zakawa might have become an inhuman monster. Save the talk for writing horror stories. I love horror stories. Her face twitches briefly. How is it that you know Miss Zukawa? She's a colleague from the lab. Not a lot of women work there, so we ended up talking together. And the second I let down my guard, sounds like Zukawa caused some trouble. She stole something important from me. First, I had no idea where she disappeared to, but I searched her room in the dorm and learned where she's holed up. Going off her recent credit purchases, she'd been shopping in H-City. What? A spirit that goes shopping? People would panic if something like that happened in a grocery store. What? Don't tell me you're serious. Wait, I know you. You're Ai Kashiwagi from Love and Hero. You seemed idiotic on TV, so I guess that just wasn't an act. Hey, that's really rude. That is super rude. Supposing you're right, and she's a monster, there's no way she'd go out in public. She obviously used the phone. I even checked with the company. A woman's voice asked them to bring the goods to a designated area. Paid in advance with a bank transfer, so the company delivered as ordered. Oh, and the delivery location happens to be a warehouse on H Elementary. And what were those goods? Animals. Oh, that makes sense. There were so many just decimated animals in that room. That's gross. No idea what connections she pulled, but they're from pet stores and ranches. Dogs, cats, pigs, snakes, horses. She even managed to get reindeer and ostriches. Black market, too, spared no expense. With the Miss Zoo name, maybe she started a zoo or something. Yeah, what happened to those animals? She must not have noticed since she was in and out of consciousness all the time. But based on what we found in the room, she was held in, I can hazard a guess. The off-limits room? So I waited at the empty warehouse for Zukawa to come. At some point, I fainted. Next I know, I'm butt naked and in that terrible position you found me in. I'm sure she was behind it. Mark, do you mean this scar? I still don't believe it, but if Zukawa happens to be a spirit, then I didn't get it from her. I had it before I went to H-City. Great, even more confusing. What? So where'd you get it? Chill. No need to get upset. I suddenly had it when I woke up 9 days ago. Did you go to any haunted places the day before? 9 days? I assumed it kills you in a couple days. Or like 1 day. Don't be ridiculous. Don't lump me in with inappropriate dressed idols like you. The same goes for the scar. As if something like you could kill it or give you amnesia. Not only that is unscientific, it's absurd. Absolutely impossible. She's yelling, but that doesn't hide how she's shaking like a leaf. She's clearly more frightened now than we were talking about the snakes. I guess she has a fear of the supernatural too, just like Shaw. I miss Shaw. The first party group, those were fun characters. Ahem. That's all I can tell you. You're going after Zukawa, right? I'll help you out. Yeah, I'm I don't know. You might die. Screw that. I don't plan on letting that happen, but if it does, so be it. And FaZe Clan, how you doing, dude? Welcome. How's it going? Happy St. Patrick's Day. I hate the idea that people can be happy by just being alive. I'm a scholar. Life is for satisfying my intellectual curiosities. And for that, I need to get the thing back from my thieving hag. So it's more important than your life? Really? Oh, and Tenry? I'm going to destroy this. Oh, Ryu Tashima? Is that how I say that? Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for the follow, dude. So it's more important than your life, your research? What in the world did she steal from you? Seems she doesn't plan on answering that. Treasure area. What's treasure area, FaZe Clan? I'm not familiar with that. But we've no reason to let her down. We should accept her help. Okay, Mr. Kadia. Let's get back to H Elementary. That does happen in this game. Whenever you collect new characters, you have to go back here to kind of like recollect yourself. It's an arena? Oh, Treasure Arena. It's a battle game, like Fortnite, like a battle royale type of game, I guess. All right, this is the perfect time to save it. We didn't quite beat the entire chapter, but we've kind of done the first big chunk. I think by the time we get back to school, it'll probably tell us we have like 30 minutes to survive, and then you're right at the final battle. So we'll probably finish that up real early in the next stream on Saturday at noon Pacific time. Daylight savings time kind of screwed that up, but thank you guys for reminding me to update that in the Discord. Okay, so let's go ahead and save it here. Nice. It has bows and bombs. Oh, that's cool. What other game would you kind of compare it to that you think it's similar, but with bows and bombs, I guess? Okay, to exit, I think we have to go to our bag. Yes, okay, I'm getting the hang of it. I'm getting the hang of that. I think we only have 2 more chapters after this Katamari, and we're near the end of chapter 4. I think there's 6 in total, but Jumi can help confirm that. I think that's if you get the good ending too. I think it's actually shorter if you get a bad ending. Hey Shan, how you doing? Good to see you. Let's see. Yes, we're actually just wrapping up the stream. We've been going on for over 3 hours now, and unfortunately I have to get up early for work. So this is perfect time to wrap things up, but I can't wait to see more on Saturday. We might finish it up on Saturday. I kind of doubt it.